Now, I will have no idea if we're actually live or not, so.
Oh, I'll know.
We're live.
We're live.
We're live. Maybe.
Well, I say that.
Yeah,
I
who
heard the
fucking knows?
Yeah,
There it goes.
we're live.
Okay. So, hello, welcome back to OverDose Vapes. I'm Travis, and with me, I got some people. We're going to talk about stuff. We have a special guest. Fucking
Yeah, we're live.
every
told you.
fucking time, son of a bitch. We have some guests. We have Nikki B. We've got Yeti's uncle. You know, these are the usual guys. And then now, see, I'm confused. Is it Lifa or Lifa? Because I've heard it both ways.
You can call me whichever way you want. Just don't call me late for supper.
Okay. Well, you missed dinner, so I'm sorry. So this is
It's all right. I cooked.
This is Lifa or Lifa, however you want to fucking say it. See, I'll be saying it both ways all night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, welcome back. This is Obese Mode number 31. We were supposed to do a build off, like a flat wire build off, but Paul Hessian totally fucked us over. So, thank you, Paul. You screwed up my whole show. No, I'm totally just fucking around, Paul. Don't get ass hurt. I'm just playing around. We did make some builds. Me and Yeti made some builds, and also Scott from the UK made a build that he wanted to put in on it. And so I'll be showing you guys all of that. I do have some topics as well. I even wrote them down like a professional. We'll get into it. But first, why don't we go around the table and tell everybody what you guys have been vaping on this week. Nikki, you can go first. Go ahead.
What I've been vaping on. My Lastima and my Aroma Miser plus it's the 25 millimeter. It's the baby one of the what we call the Robo.
25.
Yeah. It's actually pretty good. I mean, I still think that the plus the 30 is so much better. Maybe it's just because the build deck, they don't send the flat one, which I wish they would. And I'm also vaping on some DIY birthday cake that Fresh made on the show, my birthday show. So.
Excellent.
Nice.
I've been liking it.
I sent you a happy birthday on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. I got all the happy birthdays. I think I had like over 150, something like that, happy birthdays, and I replied to every single one.
Wow. Well, now it's a competition. Now, when my birthday comes, I'll have to be counting and going 152. Ha, Nicole.
Well,
ha!
It's just because everybody replied to the same post, and it just kept on adding up, and I was like, oh man, I replied that many times. I was like, thank you.
So before we move on, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. We have Nate38, Naki, Church, who else? James Rivera, B-Man Vapes, Princess Vapes, and no, not Princess, Prince Vapes and DIY. Maffey's here. John Mueller, what up, John? Jimmy the Drippin' Junkie, who's a big fan. What's up, Jimmy? Street Justice, that's Chris Mance. Who else? I saw more people. Shore Vapor, what's up, Shore? Shore Yukin. And I guess that's it. There's more people, but Carrie, Vaping Swag, you made it. What up? And yeah, okay. Doug Peterson, Import 707. Okay, I can do this all night, but I'm not going to. Anyway,
they're all here.
Okay, they're all here. What up? Somebody said hi, Giz. Where the fuck's Giz at? Is he in the chat?
Oh, I'm sure he's watching.
Oh, you fucking get in here, you fucking little grounded little boy.
That's not what you wanted to say.
He's grounded. Well, I just want to. Rosa Pony, what up, girl? Rosa got her coils. I sent her some coils. I don't know if she's used them or not. They're pretty scary coils, so she probably hasn't used them yet. You know how I roll. I don't know how to make normal shit, so. All right. So, okay, so moving on. How about you, Lifa? What have you been vaping on this week?
This week I am still vaping on the Minimal Mod Squawker. We got some really good light tonight, so anybody wanted a nice picture of that?
Oh, wrong
Yeah,
one.
nice single battery mod, fully mechanical, silver contacts. Got some blueberry submission in there because hashtag adore. We got
Wait a minute, blueberry
the,
submission, isn't it blueberry something?
it's something.
Blueberry something.
It's something.
Something.
No.
All right. So
Oh my God! Look at that beautiful thing.
look at this.
Oh,
This
I know.
is the authentically challenged AV gyre box. It's a nice series build, and I got some new series clothes from Yeti, and it's fucking delicious.
Series coils available at www.yetiwire.com. In case you're wondering.
With the win. And on that, I'm vaping on some Leaf of Vapes juice, key lime pie, yogurt,
Nice.
version 2, big old bottle of it. You can go out to ELR and get that recipe yourself and make it.
It's good shit.
That's very sweet of you to provide those recipes, because my recipes are mine and nobody fucking can have shit.
This one was inspired by Fresh 03, so I added a couple other extra things to it. So I gave it out for free, just like Fresh gives out his.
Fresh is amazing for doing that. He really is. I have a lot of respect for Fresh and what he does. So, what up, Giz? He is coming, he says. I guess he's coming right now.
Nice.
When he's done, then he'll come on the show.
And this is not a green screen background. I am at the in-laws, and this is actual nature behind me.
And for the rest of us, I've never been in nature. I don't know what that is.
That's funny. You got to get a screenshot of that right there, that post. That way you can just freak them out.
It can be your new backdrop.
Yeah.
You can go hop in that hot tub.
There's like the hot tubs back there.
Oh, shit. Let's all get in the hot tub. The color of the top of your head, it looks like you haven't been outside very many times.
It's this camera. It's the built-in camera for the thing. It just whites out everything.
Yeah.
I could pull down the shirt and show you real white, but this is we don't want to scare away everybody.
Fucking blind us and shit.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat. I don't know who else in the chat. How many people are watching? 25. I'll be damned.
26.
The usual subject.
The usual fucking people. You know what? Tell some friends, you goddamn bastards.
I share it on everything.
Not you bastards. The bastards that are watching.
Oh.
No wonder there's nobody watching. You call them bastards.
Hey, I call it how it is. No.
The people that like punishment come here.
Totally. No, this is the fucking masochist show. Or sadist. One or the other.
Self-deprecating channel.
We'll do both. We'll do sadism and masochism. 50 Shades of Vaping.
Tommy Vapors.
Tommy.
The Fresh is out there listening. I have to yell at him for getting me hooked on Talking Kitty. That fucking channel.
I love Talking
Kitty. Stop
Kitty.
watching it. It's like
what the
when he
fuck
calls the dog bitch. It's awesome.
What's Talking Kitty?
Did you start like watching it from the beginning? Have you gotten all the way through Maul?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not going to do a spoiler alert because it's sad. There's a part that's in there that's sad. So.
I'm to the point where they're babysitting the other kitty.
Tommy, what up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what the fuck any of that shit you guys are talking about is, but I'm very interested in cats that talk, and especially that curse at dogs. I like it.
It's a guy that does the voices of the cats and stuff, and it takes a while to upload a video, but when he does, it's put it this way, it should be a movie.
I kind of figured that it was a guy doing the voice and not the actual cat. But I'm
well,
glad you cleared it up for me.
but I don't know how he gets them to move their mouths like that. But it's real, you know.
I'm sure it's some kind of abuse, but that's okay.
Nah.
I wanted to answer a question in chat. So somebody was talking about White Girl, which is my DIY juice, right? So Rosa Pooney said that she loved it. There's Giz, and then somebody wanted to know, did I tweak it? Now, yes, I did add an ingredient where, well, basically I switched from using only sweet strawberry to using half sweet strawberry and half ripe strawberry. So it made a huge improvement in the flavor. It was nothing but a good thing. And yeah, what up, Giz?
What up?
What up, Giz?
Long time no see, my friend.
What's going on?
Well, you know, same old shit, different Giz. we got a new Giz. His name's Lefa.
A new Giz you got?
A new Giz we got. No, I'm just fucking around.
There's probably improvement.
No, come on. Come on. There's no gizzard. Okay. Okay, so, Yeti, do I even have to ask what the fuck you've been vaping on all week?
You can.
What have you been vaping on all week?
That thing and some this stuff.
How do you like that thing?
My vape bar, orange, mango kiwi.
Ugh.
This thing?
Yeah, how do you like it?
Well, I like it so much I bought another one.
That's good.
Yeah, my copper stack should be here tomorrow.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, at first I wasn't real sure of it. I was getting some arcing on the button, and which really scared me. Then I just flipped the battery and put the positive down. Haven't had an arc mark since.
Dude, it's always about putting that battery fucking positive down, baby.
I like it. I'm not so sure if it's the mod or the battery that I'm in love with. Because, you know, they say that the 2700 is like 30% more, you know, life than an 18650. I don't think that's an accurate number. I think it's closer to 50%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I will admit all my cells are brand new.
Which makes a
that
huge fucking difference.
That could have a lot to do with it. I mean, I've only got 4 cells, and all 4 cells have only been run. Well, 2 of them have only ran through the cycle once, so they're brand spanking new. And these other ones, they've ran through the cycle about 5 or 6 times. You can vape all day on a mech with a 2700.
Wow.
At you know, moderate use, not, you know, chain vaping, but at moderate use, you can vape all day on a 0.08. So I'm sold on the 2700.
You know, my only beef with that particular mod is I don't like the engravings on it.
Okay, check this out. This is really interesting. Because I agree. I think the X's around it are kind of gaudy.
Yeah.
But Vapors Cloud, they're doing this new thing. It's called it's a modular system. Every single one of their mechs from now on are going to be built so that they can interchange with. So you can take pieces from others.
Wow.
And they've got a new mod called the 1111, which it looks similar to this, but it's smooth. It doesn't have those X's or those grooves. In fact, it looks a little bit like a really smooth Bane, if y'all know what a Bane looks like. But you can, and it's a 25. This comes to a 24.
There it is right there.
And you can take the top, because I'm thinking about getting the brass section, and it'll take these X's off and make the top look kind of like the bottom.
And it's all about interchangeable fucking parts. The Industrial Revolution ran on it, and the fucking mod revolution is going to run on it too. My opinion.
Yeah, all their new mods are going to be like that, and I think that's a good idea. I really can't wait to see the stack section for this, or I'm getting the copper stack, but because it's not like a regular stack, how it's just a tube and you put it on. You know how you take this apart, the stack section goes in between here. And on the stack section, there's a piece of, there's a bridge in it, you know, a Delrin bridge with a silver contact where your 2 batteries meet, and then this, you know, so it'll be kind of like that. It's kind of interesting. It's really interesting. I'm kind of eager to see how that's going to play.
I got a question in the chat for you, Yeti. What charger are you using for your 2700s?
I've got the Luke 6. And I got a couple of IntelliChargers, but I don't use them very often. I typically use the Luke 6.
So are you using did you not have to buy a new charger? It fits the 20. Excellent.
It's fine. It fits the IntelliChargers too. I've got a 4-bay and a 2-bay. It fits both of them perfectly fine.
Awesome. Because that was, you know what, that was like a big part of me not getting into 26650 mech mods. Was I didn't want to. It was like buying a whole new battery cells, buying a whole new charger, doing the whole.
My charger my charger does 2650 and all the way down to even your rechargeable AAAs and stuff.
Yeah, mine does.
I charge my triples on there.
Yeah,
I charge these on mine.
You take that thing off? I said you take that thing off? No way.
I take it off and put another one on, just like put the batteries out. I just rotate it. I got 4 of them.
I think we got some pictures of him without it though.
Weird.
He paid me good money not to show him.
Wow. I'll pay you better money to see him.
Any picture from Detroit, I probably don't have it on.
You know what? When you were streaming from Detroit, you fucking had it on. When you were in that hotel room and everybody was wasted and shit, you had the fucker on. So
I probably did.
Yeah.
It's probably because you were building Giz's deck at the time.
Giz and Lemmy's.
Is iJoy's? I mean, are the iJoy 2700s? Is that the cell to get or not?
Damn.
Well, I know that you got it. That's why I was asking.
I have.
You happy with them?
How would I know? I haven't been able to put it in anything yet.
Oh, you don't have them? Okay. I got you.
I can tell you a secret.
Yeah.
The iJoy and the Max Amp are the exact same battery, and this is like 3 amps less than the iJoy.
Okay.
It's the metallic E-Fest.
I'm not huge on E-Fest.
The only reason I got these because Mooch said to get them, or Mooch said they're decent batteries.
Well, then here I trust his opinion. That's
yeah,
about
I don't get anything until Mooch says go for it.
That's
Well,
good.
it's just like he approves the EFES 26650s.
Yeah.
It's
as well.
Mooch approved.
Mooch approved.
Well, you might be surprised how many cells you're vaping on that are the same thing that EFES use.
Oh, absolutely. I know.
EFES is just a rewrapper.
Rewraps. Yeah. But that's why I don't like. That's why I usually don't care for them, because you don't really know exactly what you're going to get. That's the whole problem with them.
Yeah.
Okay, so another question. This is actually my cousin. He didn't just start vaping, but he's a recent vapor. I've got him set up with a mech mod. He's doing really well. He's loving it. He's having a problem with his charger. It's getting hot. Now, see, my charger will get warm, but not hot to the touch where it's uncomfortable. So maybe you could tell us a little bit more, Dustin. Does it get so hot you can't touch it? Is it making your batteries really hot? Because it will make your batteries warm when they're charging.
If it's hot to the touch that you can't touch it, throw that motherfucker in the trash.
He says he can still touch it, but any hotter and maybe not. So shit can it. I have a charger for you. I will give you a new charger.
Yeah, I would trash that thing because they should get warm. I mean, you're passing current, into a cell. Warm is fine. Hot is not.
No.
And it also goes by how much room he's got around it for air to move around it.
Yeah.
I've seen some people where they got it in like a little shelf and it's not got much air above it.
Yeah.
They just got it in a cubby hole.
And if your ambient temperature, it's just like a computer. Like if your ambient temperature is really hot in your room, like any electronic components are going to take that heat plus whatever heat they're generating themselves, and so it could make it a little hotter than normal. So
yeah.
But if it's so hot that you think that if it got any hotter you couldn't touch it, you need to unplug it and not use it anymore. In my opinion.
I'd be really leery about that.
Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Owen? Owen Ginter.
Owen's got the 1111, doesn't he?
I know he's got the Triple X. I don't know if he's got the 1111.
I thought he had the 1111, or maybe it's the Triple X.
I know he's got the Triple X.
So
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's Roro.
Roro, what a go.
Yeah.
Row your boat.
Exactly.
I might have to break down and get that one too.
See, anybody planning on buying the Admiral?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give it about 3 months, so it'll come down about $40.
That's exactly what
I mean,
I'm thinking.
I've already got several broadsides. I don't need another broadside.
Well, the only reason why I want it at all is it's a mod that I trust, that I can play around with the new cells. I mean, that's my whole thought process behind it.
I can trust that. This is actually cheaper than that one.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about that mod, though. That's the problem. But I take your word for
all
it.
you want to know.
Are there pictures of the mythical 1111 you were talking about?
Yeah, Vapors Cloud.
Ooh, I gotta go find that. That has my number all over.
I'll pull it up right now.
Vapors Cloud.
1111.
Yeah, because if you want to, there's a cheap way to do it. I mean, if you've already got a triple X, you can buy just a top piece for like, I think it's $40, I think, and then you've got it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting rid of the X's, but I really can't. Mine isn't even here yet, so how would I know?
It's been an extended vacation in Chicago.
Yeah, something like that. It's another one of those deals.
Okay. I hate when they fucking make you enter the year. Son of a bitch. I was born in 1914. Okay. 1111.
I'm 106.
Let me
It's on
vape, damn it.
It's on the first page of the mech mods.
Okay, yeah, because it did not search for it. Two
Yeah,
mods.
Yeah, right there.
There it is. 125. Okay, let me screen share here.
I think they've only got the brass right now.
If you tell them you're 200 years old, will they believe you?
Probably not. So there it is. You guys see that?
Who said that?
Oh, yeah. It looks a little cleaner.
Yeah.
It's still a little busy for my taste.
It's got the new switch in it, too.
I like the fucking button.
Well, I would imagine there's going to be a whole plethora of 20 tube mods coming out here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I know that TVL's coming out with some.
Roro.
Yeah, vape with me.
Oh.
Hi there, Nikki.
Hi.
So, what up?
What up, LIFO? You want to know what I'm vaping on?
So it is LIFO. Okay, I got it.
LIFO, whoever cares.
LIFO is vaping on a tunified 13 Heavens, 9 Hells.
Nice.
With some fabulous Yeti's Uncle Yeti wire coils, and on the fabulous Playboy mod.
Excellent. You're such a playboy.
Playboy.
Okay, so for me, what I've been vaping on this week, I've been vaping on some of this big cheap bottles from Vape Breakfast Classics. This shit is not bad, actually. It's a little... This one in particular, the strawberry one, it has a lot of like cookie element to it. It's a little strange, but I like it. It's not bad. But I also just got this in. It's the new Naked 100 Cream line. And this is the strawberry cream. I just opened it. I'm just going to wick it. And I'm just going to try it. And besides that, I've been vaping on the Neapolitan from the Moo E-Liquids.
That's good.
It is pretty good. And, of course, still vaping Parfait. And French Dude out of nowhere. But I'm going to try this shit right now.
Have you tried their BCB donut? It's the one with the Fruity Pebbles.
Haven't tried it yet. No. It's good?
It's good. It's really good.
Donuts are tough.
Actually, this one, I don't taste the donut. I taste more the Fruity Pebbles. And it's spot on Fruity Pebbles. And usually they get it too, like, you know, tasting like Fruit Loops. This one tastes more like a Fruity Pebbles.
Huh.
Yeah, they kind of sent it to me in 6. But it's still vapable. It's still vapable. The nick is not harsh.
Some companies use good nick, and a 6 is totally acceptable. But
yeah,
other times, man, you want to know what company has the harshest fucking 6? It's Suicide Bunny. Their fucking 6 might as well be a 24. That shit, it's so unvapable for me. I cannot even get fucking close.
You know, that's one line, even though it's so popular, I've never tried.
I know we talked about that before. You got to try it. You got to try it at least once. You really should. You know what? I have a bottle of Mother's Milk a 15, I'll send it to you just so you can try it. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
It's like it's been around for so long. It's just kind of like when you sit there and think of like 5 Ponds. That was like the one lines that were always at the vape shop.
5 Ponds was garbage, though, man.
You know what? They had some different juices, though.
Garbage.
Yeah.
That fucking I bought one, and it was $30 for 30 mils, which was fucking
the
crazy.
The price is high.
And it was a blood orange, and it was fucking disgusting. It tasted like vomit. I'm not even exaggerating. Okay, so this is the first time I'm trying Naked Unicorn. This is the strawberry cream from Naked 100. I'll try it.
What's Giz been vaping on?
Yeah, that's what I want to tell you in a minute.
Tastes a little candyish. Tastes really, really sweet. Okay. I'll have to have more time with this. What have you been vaping on, bud?
What I'm vaping right now is this chocolate donut from Vaping Swag, his donut line. It's got 6 different donuts. You guys were just talking about donuts.
Mm-hmm.
And this line is out of this world.
Damn right.
And Travis, if you're game, Swag has been kind enough to tell me that he will send you some samples.
Yeah, no,
Awesome.
I've told him several times. I am more than happy to look
All
at
right,
this
well,
juice.
we're gonna hook you up with that so that you can check them out.
I would love
There's
to.
a lemon donut. There is an apple fritter. This chocolate donut is amazing. It tastes just like to me, it tastes like those little chocolate donuts that you get in like a 6-pack.
Yes, I love those.
Like the Hostess
God.
6-packs. Yep. And the bizarre thing about it is you know how those taste kind of waxy? Like the chocolate tastes waxy on them?
Yeah.
Spot on. This shit is just bizarre.
I love it.
Ask Lifa, isn't that right, Lifa?
I think he agrees with
it.
us.
Right, it is. It is.
He's passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
That lemon. Holy shit.
Yeah, the lemon donut's really good.
I love lemon donut. It's awesome.
They're all good.
I know I've heard nothing but good things. I've seen people on Instagram and on YouTube lately fucking with a lot of his juice, and I'm very interested. I talked to him a couple months ago and told him that we would be way interested in trying some of this stuff. So,
well, I just had a conversation with him, and he's gonna hook you up. So
awesome.
Cool.
It's a perfect time because right now we are actually we're getting through all of our past what do you call it queue, and so it's time to get new stuff. So it's a perfect timing.
Perfect.
Okay. Anything else you've been vaping on?
Well, I mean, I always am vaping on Dis One.
Of course.
From Coil Vapes, and of course I vape my standard hazy custard 24/7. And been enjoying Charlie Noble. This bottle is
I love Charlie.
Just about dead, but pistachio RY4.
That's such a good juice.
Vape a lot of that. I've been vaping this Killer Custard. I know you've reviewed that.
Very good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. A little too sweet for me, but I don't know. I like it enough that I use it here and there.
I get about 60 mils into it, and then I can't vape it anymore.
Yeah, I'm a little sensitive to sucralose. I just don't like if people put a lot of sucralose into their juice, then it gets me wrong.
Yeah,
I get like an aftertaste.
Yep.
You know, like it'll taste good for a few pulls, and then I get like this. You know, it's got sucralose or it's got too much in it, you know.
Well, if you have any suggestions for Vapetasia, they do watch the replays of this show. The marketing department does. So,
well, I think if they would,
timing.
I mean, I think if they'd release this, it's such a good flavor on its own. Just back off the sucralose hair, and it's still going to be good, you know.
It doesn't have to be so sweet. I totally agree.
I mean, a lot of these companies, I think that they put extra sucralose in, and the reason they do it is because they do a lot of these vape conventions and things like that. And they're doing sampling out of tanks mainly.
Yep.
And so, you know, the tanks may benefit from a little extra sweetness. But in there, for most of us that drip and stuff like that, I think that a lot of companies overdo it on sucralose, on sweetener. To me,
we've talked about that in the past.
Well, it's this balance, because it's like for drippers we get too much, but then sometimes in tank people they go, well, I get nothing.
Right. Well, it's almost be worth it. Like if you had a really good juice to have a tank version and a drip version.
Yeah.
Like version 1 and version 2 specifically made for tanks or drippers.
That's such a smart idea.
Even a little different viscosity.
Yes.
Totally. Like a 70-30 or an 80-20 for drippers, or
Man, you're right on the fucking money, dude.
Because
that would be great.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. But I do know this: the juices that have too much sucralose in them, for me, I can't vape them all day.
Yep.
And like Adore liquids, she doesn't use extra sweetener through her whole line.
Yep.
So to me, it makes her juices more vapable on a like on a continuing basis.
That's why I love everything that Dawn puts out. Even the juices that I'm not a huge fan of, they're a better quality because she doesn't fucking add too much sweetener.
Yeah,
or no sweetener. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
The same thing with Joe from England, who Turner. No sweetener. It only helps. It does not hurt. Although you have to wait a month to get his juice in the mail, so that can be a hassle.
Well, there is another thing too, a different kind of sweetener called ethyl maltol.
Mm-hmm.
And when I detect the overuse of that in products, that's a whole different thing that I don't personally care for.
I don't like ethyl maltol.
I don't like sweetener, period. I just don't like added sweetener.
I mean, the sucralose sweet leaves like a strange aftertaste in my mouth.
Diet.
But
yes.
The ethyl maltol is a flavor that I can taste right when I'm vaping it. It's not an aftertaste type of thing. It's basically cotton candy flavor. Is the same thing as ethyl maltol. And I don't, when I mix my DIY, I don't use ethyl maltol and I don't use sucralose either. Sometimes if I feel that something really needs an extra little kick of sweetness, what I use is what's it called, Yeti?
Stevia.
Stevia, yeah. And rarely do I use that, but sometimes you have to.
I've had people request sweetener in White Girl, but I told them that it would throw everything into chaos, in my opinion.
Yeah. I do realize that some people like sweet. Some people like sweetener. Yeah. But it's a personal preference, and I don't care for it.
I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. And here's the thing: sweetener is so rough on fucking coils and cotton.
True.
Coil killers.
Stevia is not.
Yeah, stevia burns clean as hell.
Yeah.
And here's another thing: a lot of the flavorings that we use to mix with already have some kind of sweetener in them, and VG itself is super sweet.
It also depends on what VG you're using too. I'm detecting, because I used to use the bulk. I use a bulk apothecary, but I used to use the essentials. They're two different different VGs. I mean,
soy and palm.
One was soy, one's palm. Palm is so much sweeter. You don't have to add any more sweetener.
Yeah.
So it's all about the sweetener. Even I think KBN, one of my friends, he sat there and had one juice. I go, what's that? I've never heard of that company before. He tasted. He goes, it's not sweet at all. And I'm like, what? I'm like, a VG that's not sweet? And he's like, yeah, it's not sweet, but that company's no longer making either.
Soy's not very sweet.
Yeah, they may have been using soy-based VG, which is not really that great of an idea.
No.
That was another thing. We were talking about Swag's e-liquids. He never uses ethyl maltol and he never uses sucralose. If he sweetens it at all, he uses stevia.
That's
what he makes.
So yeah, I think you'll really enjoy those, Travis.
I'm sure I will, absolutely. Yeah, here's the thing. Swag just said you will change your mind on stevia soon. I've never used it, and so I'm definitely have an open mind to it. I have never had a sweetener that I've enjoyed.
The cautionary tale to stevia, though, is it's so powerful. I mean, it takes like a very minute amount to sweeten a big bottle. You know, in a 120, you might only use 3 drops of stevia.
Wow.
You know, because it's 1,000 times more powerful than most of the other sweeteners on the market.
Excellent.
So it's the only time that stuff will taste weird is if you use too much of it.
Yeah.
And then it can go over real quick, you know, to where it's not good.
So, yes, I did hear that Dawn has something new coming.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just one.
Just one?
Just one? I thought there was multiple things coming out, but
3 different versions that people are trying, or what?
No, it's just one new flavor.
I
can't wait.
I saw a picture where there were 3 bottles or something.
I think that was all hers.
Maybe that was beta tester stuff.
I can't
probably
wait for this one.
Right up your alley.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so we've bullshitted. I do have a couple topics, but first I wanted to show, since we're not doing the actual coil competition, I did want to show the coils that me and Yeti made.
And Scott.
And Scott, absolutely. Mine requires a little bit of explanation as to what actually it contains. The whole rule was that it had to contain flat wire. Could have been ribbon wire, could have been flattened round wire. It didn't really matter. It just had to have that as a component. I went all out with that idea, and I used it in every single piece of wire. I twisted my regular wire with fucking flat wire. You'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and show those coils now because I think that they're worth looking at.
I can't wait to see what Scott did. I didn't know he put a build together.
He did a transformer, and it's actually pretty perfect. It looks really good. Okay,
Cool.
But,
oh, I think I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, he posted it. It. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen. So mine's going to be the first one that comes up. I can't really tell if it's up. Is it up?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's mine. You can see there's a little bit of color on it because I used nichrome flat wire, ribbon wire that I got from Lightning Vapes. So what this is that it's basically an ugly transformer coil that's paralleled with tiger wire. But the thing about the transformer itself is the cores for the transformer are a piece of one of the cores is a piece of fused Clapton that is twisted with 0.5 ribbon wire, and then the other core is a piece of 24 gauge fire wire that is twisted with 0.8 millimeter ribbon wire, and then I wrapped both of those together with I think it's 0.8 nichrome ribbon wire.
Travis.
What?
They don't see it.
They don't see it, huh?
No.
What the fuck? Okay, hold on one second then.
All they see is your desktop screen.
Okay. Okay, so let's do this then. Let's stop share. Okay, I'm going to try it again. Desktop 1. Okay. So, let me go ahead and move us. Now can they see it? They should be able to see it now because this is what I'm...
You'll know in 30 seconds.
Yeah, because this is what I'm broadcasting is the coils.
They see it.
Okay, so...
I see it.
Oh,
well, I've seen it for a second.
You don't see it?
No, I've seen it for a second pop up there.
Let's see what they say.
Yeah, they said you had it. There it is. I'm seeing it live.
You seeing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
There you
go. For it.
Okay. Okay, so like I was saying, this is the transformer coil. Okay, so the cores are fused Clapton twisted with flat wire and also 24 gauge fire wire, comp wire twisted with ribbon wire, and then it is paralleled with tiger wire, which is also 24 gauge fire wire twisted with ribbon wire. So it's ribbon wire on every fucking level. It came out a little ugly. It's a little fucking messy looking, but it actually is a beast. And I'm vaping it right now. Single coil. It came out to under 0.1. I think it's about 0.6, 0.06. And so it rocks at single coil. I thought it was kind of pretty in just the sense that it is so ugly that it's cute, and it vapes like a monster. And go ahead.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was just impressed that you were able to crank that down so hard that you deformed your clamps.
I definitely, the clamps are deformed. They definitely are deformed, and that's the only way I could get a good contact. And the screws, as you can see, are totally fucked. And that was the first comment that I got when I put this on Instagram. Somebody's like, those fucking screws are dead on arrival. And they are, but I have extra ones. And so, yeah, my goon is definitely in need of an upgrade. And, yeah, I have fucked it up. But I do like the coil. It is typical Travis coil all the way around. This is what I do. So, all right. So the next coil, and I think it was a good use of the flat ribbon wire motif, in my opinion. Okay, so the next one is going to be, if I can get to the next one. Of course I can't.
I would also say that's more beast than beauty.
It's definitely more beast than beauty. Okay. Let me find the other ones now. Son of a bitch. Okay, so we'll do Scott's next. Okay, so here is Scott's. Can you guys, well, I have to wait to see if they can fucking see it.
Here.
R.I.P. Goon Screws. Yes, it is fucked up.
They can see it, but we can't.
Okay.
So it'll be difficult for me to comment on it.
Okay, well, hold on a second.
It's a transformer. I'll send you a pic, guys.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is a transformer coil made by our good friend Scott. And yeah, he's for somebody who doesn't do a lot of building, I thought it came out extremely clean, very well spaced as far as the actual ribbon wire wrapping, and even the Claptons themselves, which he also made, are very, very clean. So good job, Scott. I was really, really impressed with that.
Is that the Mad Dog?
That's Mad Dog Vapes right there.
Yep.
Mad Dog.
Mad Dog. Yeah, you missed the show, man. Fucking Giz. You missed it when he was on, dude.
I watched the replay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Next time that he's on, I would love it if you came on. We missed Giz, man. I've been fucking missing you so much.
Well, you know, you had a couple weeks where I was raring to go and you canceled.
It's true. It's not all you. It's not all you. No, I'm not even trying to blame you, bro. All right.
You know I'm always here if I can.
I know you are, bud. I know you are. Okay.
Sometimes I'm in YouTube jail.
I know. That's what I heard. Okay, so one more coil, and then we will move on. This next one is Yeti's, and it is obviously going to be the best of the bunch. It is gorgeous. Let me move us to the other fucking side. This did not work in any way the way that I had planned it to work, but of course it didn't. So there is Yeti's. Yeti, why don't you go ahead and tell us what it is? It's a Suka coil.
What is that? Oh, I believe it's a 15 core 0.4 ribbon wire staged with 26 gauge nichrome, and then I just wrapped it Suka wrap with 0.4 ribbon wire. I didn't Clapton it. I just Claptoned it with Suka instead of with a Clapton.
It's absolutely gorgeous, man. It's
so it's just
so clean, dude.
A frame staple Suka is what it is.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's so fucking clean. If this was a competition, obviously, yeah, Gizzard's in fucking YouTube jail. If this was a contest, obviously, it's not hands down. Yeti is the winner of that contest. But this is just a instead of a contest, what this has turned into being is just a way for us to show you guys what's possible when you use your imagination and some flat ribbon wire. And here's the thing: flat ribbon wire, like on Lightning Vapes, is so cheap. You can get 250 feet for less than $10. I highly recommend you getting it and playing around with it because there's something about ribbon wire that brings out crisp notes in fruits that's just, it takes flavors to a whole new level. So highly recommend it.
Yeah. Yeah, ribbon wire is something special.
It really, really is. And here is the coil that I built. This is battery's probably half dead by now, but
That's straight up fire.
straight fire, son. No, but really, it's a good vape. But
Nikki would vape that.
Mm-hmm.
so hopefully Rosa Pooney likes the shit that I sent her, which is probably not that fucking far off from what I just showed. It's pretty crazy stuff. Okay, now moving on. I had some questions, some topics, right? Some things that I thought we could help some noobs with, and also, I hate that word noob. Such a fucking lame word. For people who are not the most experienced vapors, what liquids should people that are new be avoiding?
Well,
Should they avoid?
Yeah. Like if you're new, what should you not be vaping?
Anything made by
gas
Big
station
Doc.
juice.
Okay,
Gas
hold on.
station.
Gas station juice? Yeah.
Mhm.
Noisy cricket.
You definitely shouldn't be fucking with a noisy cricket. Absolutely. Or any stacked fucking mod of any kind.
Or hybrids.
Or hybrids. Well, yeah, no, I agree.
No.
If you're new, you probably shouldn't be fucking with hybrids.
Yeah. No.
You should probably start with something that's regulated.
Or
Yes.
flashbang.
Definitely should not fuck with flashbang. That is like guilty of having the coolest packaging and the most subpar juice, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I would
crab
say
juice. Yeah, definitely crab juice.
That's why I say anything made by Doc.
Well, that wasn't made by Doc. That was just given by Doc.
I would say tell them to stay away from that deadly 50-50 juice
Yes.
because that will discourage you right away with the throat hit of a 50-50. You're going to be coughing your head off with it.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. That, you know what, having to vape 50-50 juices when I first started made it a lot harder to make the full switch because it was harsh and it made, you know what, PG makes me feel a little sick and it also makes my feet swell up, which is fucking bizarre, but it has to be PG because I've done multiple tests and anytime I vape mad PG, my feet swell up like you wouldn't fucking believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, highly recommend you stick with as high a VG as you can get. And there's no tanks nowadays. Oh, I love that. Oh,
That's
I love it.
Mhm.
You know what that is, don't you?
That's the Conqueror.
Yeah, on top of a Pico.
Pico.
I love
That'd
it.
be a nice little starter setup.
Be a great starter setup.
The Pico's a nice mod.
It is a nice
We-
mod.
I've got the first version of it. I guess it's the 22 millimeter version. That thing it's a little workhorse for all that it is. The 18650 in it, it just doesn't. It's hard to drain it.
Right.
I mean, I've only changed my wife's out like I think 4 times I think altogether,
Wow.
and she's had it for since the Pico came out.
Wow,
Whatever that's
great.
been, 5 months.
A long time, yeah. My advice for people that are just starting there was a few things that I was thinking, and now I'm going to blank on them, of course. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Damn it. The Pico derailed me. Never mind. Go ahead. We'll talk about something else.
Boulder,
Boulder.
good place to start for $10.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
I got me one.
The Boulder is really it is a sleeper, man. This thing is actually kick ass, don't you think, Eddie?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
It's
love
good.
mine.
It's going to give you a good idea of whether or not vaping is for you as well, I think.
Well,
And it's not gonna break your bank either.
it also when you first start vaping, like if you get a lot of vapor, it chokes you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This won't do that to you.
Hmm.
It had a lot of vapor compared to those little ego sticks, the ego pins,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and no leaking.
And easy to refill and easy to charge.
Yeah.
Boom.
Any built-in battery is a plus, I think, for new vapors. You should always be trying to get something that has a built-in battery. Even if it's something like the Coolfire Ultra here is a good 4,500 mAh, 150 watts, a lot of room to grow. But what I was going to say, I did remember, for flavors, I would recommend people stick with things that are simple. Because I've had some juices here recently from the Indulgence line. They're amazing liquids, right? But they are very, very in-depth, and they're very, very... there's lots of little nuances and shit. And it's like if you've just been smoking a cigarette 2 days ago, and you try that juice, it's just going to come across very muddled to you, kind of muddy. You're not going to be able to really get the intricacies of it, and it might throw you off, and it might send you back to cigarettes, and that's what I'm afraid of. And so nothing too complex, something simple, and also do not go for tobacco vapes. I think that's a huge mistake.
Although, if you are a menthol smoker, go for menthol. You know,
Didn't work on me.
no, it doesn't. But I mean, it's something that they're used to, right?
Yeah.
And they may transition out of it right away, but it's not going to be like a totally foreign thing to them when they first start.
But you got to be careful what menthol you. I wouldn't just say grab a menthol from the gas station.
Get something that's like an ice, that's labeled like an ice, because it always has a cooling, but it still has flavor.
You know what would be good is Steep Pop D's, the company that makes Steep Pop D's. They have a Pepsi flavor that has Coolada in it. And while I hated it because I hate all things menthol, it actually had a great Pepsi flavor with a little bit of that mint. And so if you're a menthol person, you might like that. I didn't.
The naked menthols.
Yeah, those are good.
These are really like this one's the pineapple melon. So good.
They didn't even send us those because we hate menthol so much. But
actually, these aren't. If you've ever tried, I don't know if you've ever tried Fluent when they were out. They had their Mind Blown. It's similar to the Mind Blown menthol in it. It's kind of like when you're clogged. I always sit there and say, always have some type of menthol when you're congested, like your sinuses and stuff, so you can clear yourself out while you vape.
Coil Vapes Grasshopper.
That's the best.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Really good.
I think I'm going to get some, actually. Bear with me. That's a good idea.
There it is.
That tastes just like, the snowballs that we used to make. Like you go out and get the fresh snow and you mix it with cream and...
I like it.
Spearmint.
Like
or is it wintergreen? Wintergreen.
Wrigley's.
Yeah.
Wrigley's.
And on that, they're also at my local B&M. They have a what they call moondrops, where if you find the fruit flavor that you really, really like, but you want just a hit in it, you can put like one drop in an entire
I have menthol.
And you're good.
I have menthol crystals, and you can put just a small amount of the crystal in, and it just enhances the flavor.
Another little piece of advice for new people is do not go based on what you like to eat in the real world. Because you know what? You might love to eat grapes or cherries. Black cherry might be your favorite food in the world, right? But guess what? They don't make good black cherry vapes. They make disgusting black cherry vapes and grapes as well.
Robitussin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what if you like NyQuil?
Well, if you like NyQuil, then you're going to love black cherry.
or if you love Robitussin, you might be related to indoor smokers.
That motherfucker has about the worst taste in juice I've ever seen in my life. God bless him. Because you know what? He played a part in my vape journey like he did a lot of people. The motherfucker's been around forever. So, and I'm on the same network as him, so I probably shouldn't badmouth him too much.
Can I?
Go for it. I don't care.
Well, also, no question is not dumb. You know what I'm saying? If you sit there and have questions, ask them.
Yep. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. No, so I just wanted some, because we're always trying to say like what newbies should vape, but like there's a lot of things they definitely shouldn't vape, and so that just kind of got me started thinking like, what would I tell people to avoid? And still, we covered a lot of it. I'm glad we got some input. Absolutely.
Hopefully newbies have a local shop where they can pay their 50 cents or their $1 and just taste everything they want in a zero.
Well, in
Just spend a
California,
good time.
California can't do that anymore, unfortunately. So,
Ohio, you can still do it.
yeah. So, depending on where you're at, definitely ask if you can taste, if they have tasters. But remember, if possible, bring your own setup. Like if you're a dripper, bring your own shit because they're gonna want you to test in something that's not going to be representative of what you're going to use at home. Like they'll still be having you use CE4s and shit, and nobody uses that, so it's not real.
And be prepared. What you buy online is if you run out of coils and it's not locally to you, you're going to have to wait. So always be prepared to buy extra coils.
Just go to Adora e-Liquid.
Yep.
So they're going to take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Indoor Smokers isn't reviews, it's commercials. You know what? For some of that, I will agree, but there's also part of it, you know what? Part of me agrees with that, but another part of me thinks that he just has bad taste in products and in juices. And so, I don't want to call him out as being just somebody who is in it for the money and shit, because he was doing this a long time before there was ever any money or ever any free shit involved. He's been doing this for a long time, so I will not put that onus on him. If you want to watch commercials about vaping, Rip Trippers is the man for you.
Yeah,
that motherfucker is a paid product spokesman, 100%. And you know what? It's not uncommon. I personally, we've been doing this for a few years. I have had numerous offers for cash offers to do reviews, and I've even had them say like, "Oh, you can be totally honest. We're not asking you to change your opinion, but we want to donate to the channel." I absolutely would not do that. But just bear in mind that a small YouTuber who maybe has 1,000 to 2,000, maybe even 5,000 subscribers, and they're struggling, they're trying to do this as a hobby, they have a full-time job, they're trying to get all the newest and greatest hardware and shit to review, and they don't have a lot of connections. When a company comes up and says, hey, I'll give you $500 to review this product, it can be extremely hard for them to say no.
Yep.
So, so just keep, take everything with a grain of salt. That goes for everything. Any kind of review, always take it with a grain of salt, man. Always.
Well, Shane sat there and said that he never says anything bad. But there are some YouTube reviewers out there that don't want to put bad content out there. They would just refuse to review it. So in that light, honesty is great, but sometimes you just don't want to sit there and say, hey, some people might sit there and look at the first part of the video and sit there and you're advertising it, but they didn't stay for the ending part of whether you liked it or not. There's a
way. Yeah, I get that, but there's ways of talking about a product and saying that it's not a good product or there's a problem with the product without dogging the company.
Absolutely.
Or without shit talking. I mean, you can say,
do the pros and cons.
Yeah, just say the truth. You don't have to just talk shit on them the whole time.
No.
And
that's the thing. That's how people get subscribers, because people love drama. And so when somebody's sitting there going, this shit makes me want to vomit, and this shit tastes like fucking assholes, and these motherfuckers. I'm gonna
throw it in the trash can right now.
So that gets fucking views, and so beware of that. Now here's the thing. We have never been nobody has ever explicitly said, you guys are shills, right? But I'm very conscious because I don't want that to be the impression. But what we do is that if I get 20 juices from a company, I will go through and pick the 5 that I am most interested in, because I can't do all 20. There's just no fucking time. Yeah. I'll pick the 5 that I'm most interested in. And so it just ends up being that I fucking show people juices that I like more than I show people juices I don't like. Right. Now that's not to say we don't have negative reviews. We just did one for this fucking CBD oil shit the other day. It was fucking horrible, and I dogged it. I dogged it even more than I should have, but it was fucking bad. And but I would rather show, you know, like I'm more into sharing good products with somebody. Like hey, I just found this fucking vape parfait shit. You guys should check it out. Like I would so much rather share a good product than to say, oh, this fucking vape parfait shit is garbage. Don't ever try that. Because then the person who's sitting there watching is going, okay, so what do I vape then? Because everything you're telling me is garbage. So what's left?
I've been watching OverDose Vapes since like way back. And, you know, I really enjoy your channel, Travis and Josh, as well. But one thing I will say that as you guys were coming along too, you got a lot of your products from brick and mortars and stuff that would send you juices. So you weren't even dealing directly with companies a lot of the time. And I think that when that happens, I mean, you're not beholden to the company at all. You know, you were sent it or you bought it yourself, you know, that type of thing. So not all of the products you get come directly from the companies that are making them.
No, nowadays I would say 99% of the stuff that we get comes directly from manufacturers, and it's been that way for probably the past year and a half. But yeah, at the very beginning, we definitely got a lot from local shops, from the Tri-County area, and just from fans of the show, and also just us buying stuff. And Josh would get things like the Drip Club subscription box and sample box, and that was always a good way to try a bunch of different stuff. And so, yeah, you know, but nowadays it's just the way that it goes is that the companies contact us and say, hey, we want to send you some shit. I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to fucking kiss anybody's ass. If a free product to me means, I hate to say this, it sounds really fucking bourgeois, but it means nothing to me because I don't vape anything really except for my own DIY liquid on a regular basis. And so if I get a bunch of free shit, it's not like I'm sitting there going, oh, I got all this free shit. It's more like paperwork. Like, oh shit, now I have 10 more reviews I have to do, you know? And I love doing them, but it's more of like a work thing than a free shit thing. Yeah. And
I get that.
Some channels are new and they're still very enamored by the fact that they're getting free products. We're way past that, and so it means very little to me, at least. So I just like to do reviews. I mean, so that's to me, it's like, yeah, I get to do more reviews, but it's not like, ooh, free juice,
right?
And then you just get upset when you actually get the bad juices because it's like, yeah.
Can I say one more thing that I really have enjoyed about your channel as well, as far as doing juice reviews? Even if you do 6 juices from a specific company, the fact that you do them one at a time is a huge thing for me. Yeah. You know, like you guys have always done, here's the liquid, this is the review. And then, you know, I think it's better for your playlist because if I saw some weird juice, like, you know, I don't know, Charlie Noble, Pistachio RY4, right? I can actually go through your playlist and I can search for it and go, oh, they did a review on it. And it's not like the whole line where you got to search through it and try and find.
I'll watch the whole video.
When you find that review, it's of that particular product. So you've kind of created like a database almost of reviews, which I think is really cool.
Over 500. We have over 500 specific juice reviews.
They're all single.
All single reviews. There's a bunch of reasons why. I'll make this super quick because I want to move on and give everybody else a chance to talk. But there's a few reasons why, okay? The first one is what you said. I want somebody who is interested in a specific juice to have a specific video to watch. If you're interested in French Dude, you shouldn't have to watch French Dude, Pancake Man, and whatever else these guys make, you know, just to get to the one review. Second, people who do those kind of reviews, if you'll notice, they'll have one mod and they'll drip French Dude. Yeah. They'll fucking vape it. Then they'll fucking drip Pancake Man and they'll vape it. Yeah. There is no way you're giving me an accurate fucking description of the flavor at that point because you're just mixing all these shit together.
Even if you burn your coils off.
Even if you burn your coils off, it doesn't matter, dude. We pull the cotton out. We burn them. We fucking clean the coils. We fucking put them in water. We re-wick every time.
I can attest to that because when me and Ray did the breakfast line,
The donuts.
By the time we got to, there was two left to go, and it was the Boston cream pie. I couldn't tell. I was getting a mix of everything,
Right.
and I was blowing my cotton. I was cleaning my cotton, but I wasn't changing cotton. I didn't use a different mod.
Right.
But by the time I got to the Boston, I couldn't distinguish it.
Yeah, there's just no way that works.
It doesn't work.
No.
It doesn't work.
Nope.
True. And that was a lesson learned there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love your channel. Your channel, Overdose Vapes.
Well, we love you too, Giz, man. That's real. I'm not even bullshitting. Giz has been around since like literally we had less than 100 subscribers when Giz came on board, and
I fucking invented bottle service.
he literally did invent bottle service. He literally did. And you know what? And think about this. What would the channel be without that now? That is such an important part of each review.
Right.
Because now it's got the music that goes along with it, and it's like a break in the video. It makes the videos.
Yeah. Hey, we want to see the labels.
Yeah, I mean, people.
You should do bottle service.
Most people probably don't. Well, you know what? That's not true. People do give a fuck.
No, it's part of the it's part of the whole package, right? You want to see what you're getting.
Absolutely.
You know, you want to see if it has a fucked up cartoon on it or whatever, you know.
And they usually do.
So.
Well, I've been fucking ignoring chat. Let's go through chat real quick, and then we're gonna go to the next topic. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate all the kind words. It means a lot because I get, you know, people say nice things, but people say a lot of hurtful shit too on YouTube, of course.
Yeah.
But to hear from somebody who I respect, like Yeti and like Giz, to say, hey, after all these years, we still really like your channel. That really means a lot to me. It really does. So.
Yeah.
So Rosa Pooney said, Nikki, no matter what the product, I trust y'all's opinion. That's very sweet. Church said he started watching Rip and Daniel for coil builds and Chris for the funny. Chris being, what's his name? Indoor smokers.
Yeah.
Fucking recording videos for us is this is a question, but it's a pain in the ass. Josh lives 2 hours away from me, and so when we get together now, we record probably 2 to 3 weeks worth of reviews all at once, which is good in some ways, but in other ways, like if something brand new comes out, like these cream lines, we have to like all of a sudden change our schedule and say, okay, we need to get together because this is brand new and this needs to go out. So. Okay, and here, everybody on this channel does videos of some sort. Editing is a total fucking nightmare, and when you get home from work, because I'm sure everybody here also works full time or has at some point worked full time. The last thing you want to do when you get home from fucking work is to do 2 hours of editing for one video. And that often is what happens to me, and it's getting more and more complicated because I'm starting to add more and more graphics and just different all kinds of shit.
Yeah, it's a learning process of figuring out the editing software too. You find new tricks and tips.
I just bought some new editing software that I've been playing with, but for the past 3 years we have used Windows Movie Maker, and any upcoming YouTubers. Do not waste your money until you're comfortable recording. Use Windows Movie Maker because that shit fucking works great.
You know what? When I did the upgrade to 10, my Movie Maker kept on erroring, and that's why I had to end up buying software.
Wow.
I was like, screwed. I had Pinnacle, I think 7, and now there's like Pinnacle 20. So I just did an upgrade.
Randall's in the house. What's going on?
So.
All right. Aaron Peterson. It's been a long time since I've seen Aaron. What's going on? Karen Presley. Okay. Lifa, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
I'm just fucking with you.
But, you want to talk? Just getting back to that juice thing. You look at all my early reviews. I don't think I even got sent stuff to review. Maybe 5 months ago, and everything that stuff that I tasted at the shop, and I know people needed to hear about, because I go to the shop, taste 10 different juices, and I bottle because I DIY as well. So bring that home, and that's the one I want to. And I just got your internet connection's unstable, so if I subscribe, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's how it is. And so the first year of my stuff is nothing but me raving about and not ranting about. Now that I'm getting some here and there sent to me, I can say I can see where they're coming from. It's for me, or I can say this juice has this weird taste at the end, and I can finally get a little more. I don't want to say negative, but more cons in the juices that I get versus everything is. This is great. Go out and buy it. Here's where you can buy it. To the shop like that, I mentioned them and things like that.
I tell you what, man, your channel. I didn't start watching the beginning, but since we were on Golf Tea together, I've been watching your show, and your production values are through the roof, man. They're just fucking amazing, and has really inspired me. I've actually ordered myself a backdrop and some. I ordered a Blue Yeti microphone and a C920 camera. So I'm going to do everything. I'm going to do all the recording and audio through the computer. Because right now we use this. And while this is an amazing $1,000 camera, the audio port on it is fucked. And you cannot record audio on here because it sounds like shit. And so so because of you, I've wanted to up my game quite a bit. And all your success that you've been getting lately, you definitely deserve. And I'd like to see that your channel is growing very fast. And so congratulations on all that. And just know that out of those views, one of those views is mine, man, because I watch your shit all the time, dude.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. And do yourself a favor and buy some cheap, really bright lights. To the point where you have to make sure that you're keeping your eyes open during your video. Yeah. As long as you are well lit, that C920, you can dial it in with all the software, and you're gonna look beautiful.
Yeah, we would.
Not that you don't look beautiful right now.
Well, thank you so much. You make me blush. But no, you can ask these guys. I had a list of guests that I want to come on. People like Big Lou and all these kind of guys, right? And Lifa was right on there. Yeah, he was definitely right on the list. Glad to have you on here, and just let you know that this is an open invitation. That anytime you have the time to join us and you feel like joining us, man, we would love to have you come on.
That sounds good. Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Okay, so I have an is it obsolete question. And this is an obsolete question about a specific product line. Now, we've done Is It Obsolete based around concepts and wires and builds, but this is more in tradition of the Is It Obsolete videos I used to do. Now, is it obsolete, the iStick line of mods?
iStick?
iStick. Remember
no.
the iStick 30, the iStick 100? But when's the last time you recommended one to somebody? When's the last time you saw somebody fucking using one?
iStick 120 yesterday.
You used it? You recommended it?
I recommended it still.
Okay.
And I saw somebody using it yesterday.
Because I have not seen one in months.
You haven't been watching Fresh 03.
Fresh uses it daily.
Does he use it? Okay.
You should see what he puts on top of it, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll curl your toes.
Okay. But see, that's one that he already had, and he's continuing.
Yeah, he's had it forever, though.
Okay,
yeah,
so who's are people continuing to buy that series of mod? Is what I'm trying to say.
I reckon.
My vape shop won't lower the prices to where they could actually purchase them. They're still running high prices on them because of what they paid for them.
Yeah, I
guess my question is, what are you driving at? What are you driving at with that line of questioning?
I just want to know, is this still something that's fucking relevant?
Is it viable? I say so. It's a good, solid mod.
Yeah.
The only thing is what's the newest flavor out there? There's other stuff in the price range that's good as well.
And here's this is the question. For the price and for the performance, is it obsolete? That's the question. And I'm not driving towards anything.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, there's still.
I think it's still a good line because, we went to Detroit with Fresh and he had that iStick 200, and it lasted him the entire 2 days on one charge, with going through there, vaping his head off, sampling other people's stuff. It lasted. So it depends. Maybe the iStick 30 isn't
Well,
great, but
definitely.
it's great for a tester mod to go into a place with.
I mean, personally, I'm not into them because I don't really. The only mod that I've ever had that was an internal battery mod was a Vapor Shark DNA,
Those are nice.
and the fucking thing took a shit on me.
Oh wow.
You know.
I've heard a lot of. See, people get really excited when they get their first like iStick, like 200, because that's like one of the mods I used to recommend a lot, and people would be like going from something like an MVP 11 watt to the 40 or the 50 watt iStick, and they'd be super happy. But then it was like just the quality did not hold up over time, and the buttons would start to fail. They would auto fire. The 510 would stop working. Just there was.
That's so crazy because I've owned two. I had an iStick 50. I had an iStick 120 or 150, whatever it was, and I had absolutely zero problems with both of them.
Yeah.
My iStick 50, that was my first real, mod, and that thing, I gave that thing a beating, and it never failed me once. It never stuttered. I never had any issue with it. And the 120, I mean, it was still going strong when I gave it away. I gave it away because it was such a good mod. The dude was in need of a good mod.
I don't like the aesthetics of it. That's the first problem for me. Yeah. But the second, is that when it first came out, it was very well priced for the amount of watts that it was putting out. But I'm looking right now, Vape NW, Vapor Northwest, iStick 50. It's out of stock. I don't even think you can get a lot of these anymore. But if they did have them in stock, it would cost $30 for a 50 watt mod. That's overpriced now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just, I just think that there are better products available that feel that niche. And so, the iStick 200 is probably the last bastion of hope for that line, and is what's keeping it from being completely obsolete. But I think that the majority of that line is not something that I would personally recommend to a new vapor, or even to an experienced vapor that's looking for a backup.
I just try not to recommend anything with an external battery. I always sit there and always go for something with internal for any newbie, because they don't realize that it's not just that. You have to buy a charger, you have to buy cases, you have to buy wraps. It gets a little pricey. But it's just well worth it just to buy an internal for a newbie. That way they get happy with it. Give them something with the volts and stuff like that, and they can
see. Like for something that with an internal battery, I would probably recommend the Tesla. Any of the Tesla products I think are comparable to the iStick as far as prices and shit. And in my opinion, they're more they're built better, and they have better production. So I mean they produce better power output. That's just my opinion from my experiences with both of them. I like these questions. It always is a heated debate.
Did you have an iStick that took a crap on you or something?
No, my iSticks both still work. I just wasn't happy with the performance. I had an iStick 10 that I got from Misty when she first started trying to vape. My neighbor still uses it. She uses it with some fucking tank that we got from Beyond Vape, and she loves it. I mean, it works all right. And I have an iStick 200. It's just that it's in a junk drawer and I never use it. I don't know.
I think it's just the way that you take care of the products too. Sometimes, I have two iStick 50s on my shelf just because my parents gave them back to me after they got upgrades. They're my loaners. When somebody says, "Hey, do you have a device?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Here you go." It's the first thing I hand out. Here you go.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Because I'm not going to be upset because if they break it or anything like that,
I in no way hate the iSticks. I just thought this would be
they're overpriced though.
This would be an interesting line of questioning, and it's good to see that people get so worked up over it. We got some real iStick lovers, and I like that. But yeah, like at the time, what made them great was the cheap, the price per watt was amazing, and now they don't have that anymore. So
I think you got paid by Kanger to start that whole conversation.
Yeah, what's up?
I wish. Fuck. Give me some money, Kanger.
$500 from Tesla.
Fuck yeah. Tesla can't afford to give me $500, dude. But see, I'm not a big regulated guy anyways. The only regulated mods I have basically were given to me, like the Cool Fire. And I was not tooting its horn except for to say that using it as an example. But yeah.
Randall sits there and says he knows nothing about mouth to lung. Boulder. Right there. Boulder would be perfect, and it's not going to break your bank.
Boulder with Mr. Salty Juice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
1 second, I'll be right back.
That's what I run. This is a regulated mod.
Mm-hmm.
I regulate it.
Yeah, you regulate it.
I regulate it with my build.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't confuse them.
I hate that when people say they don't get a consistent vape. Every time I take a pull on this, it's exactly the same as the last one.
This is my new mouth to lung device. It's the Endura T20. I got 12 milligram liquid in there. I love it. It's a mouth to lung, but I still actually really enjoy it.
And that one there, you can find it at any unit.
And
Yes.
that one's
extremely common.
that one's approved by indoor smokers.
Of course it is. No fucking surprise there, man.
But that's the cool thing, Shane, is that you can still have this as a lung hit too, because it produces a lot of vapor.
I just needed something that I could put high nic in, because sometimes, I'm sure all vapors can relate, sometimes you just have that nicotine itch where like a 3 is just not doing it, no matter how many fucking fat clouds I pull off of my fucking stack. I need a 12, I need a 6 at least or something. And this is perfect. This is perfect for that, you know.
I had this at the hospital with my grandbaby. I was like, I'm like sitting there trying to go outside and take a couple puffs, and because it says no smoking, no even vaping outside the hospital. I was like, are you kidding me? It's a Sunday. Saturday and Sunday. I'm like, really? There wasn't anybody at the reception desk, so I'm like sitting over there going, just don't let them see.
They don't give a fuck. Yeti, you never had a Fuhattan?
Nope.
You want me to send you one?
No, that's all right.
No, I have like 6 of them. You want me to send you one?
Well, in that case, yeah.
Okay, I will. No, I definitely will. I'll clean it up and I'll send it to you. It's just such a workhorse, bro. I mean,
I had a chance to get one, and it was a toss-up. It was either the Rig V1 or the Fuhattan. You know, it was, and I went with the Rig V1.
It's got the best button on a clone that I've ever had in my life. It actually uses magnets, even though it's a clone. Well, clone. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not a clone of anything in particular, but
isn't that the first pipe bomb?
It's the first. It's a clone of the first pipe bomb. Yeah. This is actually built quite a bit better than that original Manhattan, though, because that's what this is a clone of. Was the original Manhattan competition mod made by I forget what the name of the company was at the time. It ended up being AmeriVape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's AmeriVape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was a fucking fiasco, dude. Todd got fucking ripped apart because of that. And even though he was just telling it how he saw it, you know what I mean? He really got. They threatened to fucking sue him and shit for fucking libel, all kinds of shit. Man.
Shit.
Todd from the shed.
Yep.
And I put a link in for the Boulder for anybody.
Do that, yeah. Awesome.
Yep.
Snake
Just because,
Eye.
Snake Eye Vapes, they have them for the price that they should be, because I heard that at Columbus they were trying to sell them for more.
Yeah, they're selling for $15
$15, and then it was like 8 something or for the cartridges, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's $10 on their website, it's $9.99, and then the cartridges are $6.99.
Well, they gotta pay for their booth.
Come on, but still, you're supposed to be going there for a discount because you're going to be walking around advertising it for them.
Yeah.
I'm sending a message for Yeti.
Oh man.
And for everybody else.
We gotta get Travis a Boulder. He hasn't tried it yet.
I'm so down to fucking try one. You guys fucking
pick one up. They're $10.
Well, pick me one up and I'll fucking use it.
Freddie, that is a That's a tough question to ask, brother. I can speak because I've got the Triple X, but I don't have the Admiral. I have the broadside.
Get
The broadside is the exact same thing as the Admiral. The Admiral is just 5 millimeters taller.
Get the Admiral. It's a good mod.
I would, if safety, go with the Admiral. For accessibility, get the Triple X because of all the stuff that you're going to be able to do with it. Because of it's interchangeable with many different mods that are coming out. Right now, there's only one that's coming out. And right now, the Admiral does not have a stack section yet. If you're into that, the Triple X does. The Triple X has a 25 millimeter attachment. I don't know. That's a hard one, dude. Because I want the Admiral. I love the broadside so much. That's a hard one to say, brother. Flip a coin.
You're not going to be disappointed with either one.
No, you wouldn't.
But how much is the, if you're talking authentics, how much is the Triple X?
The Triple X is 134. The broadside is 169.
Go for the Triple X then, because it's cheaper.
Well, the only thing that about the broadside or the the Admiral, I've only seen the white brass version. I hear they have copper and brass. I've not seen copper and brass yet. I've only seen the white brass, which I'm not a fan of.
Why not, Eddie? You just don't like silver?
I'm just not a fan.
You haven't held it though yet, right?
No.
So you just don't.
I'm
like
just not a fan of the color. Yeah.
I think it might look cool as hell because it's got to be better conductivity than stainless, right?
Oh yeah.
So people that like that stainless look, they might like that German silver.
Yeah. 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 I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just preference.
Well, I'm just saying something good about it.
Yeah.
There may be people. If you get one, you can send it to me.
And plus, I mean, like the Triple X, it's got silver contacts. So does the Admiral. It's got silver contacts as well. So yeah, honestly, I can't say. I would say both of them are awesome choices, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've got your pulse on on what's coming out. Who else is coming out soon with another 2700?
There's quite a few people. There's some Chinese companies that's going to be pumping some shit out. Not Geek Vape. Yeah, I think it is. It's a subsidiary of Geek Vape. They've got something coming out that's a 2700. It's going to be a cheap, like a $50 mod.
A mech mod, or
yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit! You put me on the spot, and I'm not going to be able to think of any of them. Shit. Yeah, there's a lot coming out. There's several mech mods coming out.
It's not from Vandy Vape, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's from Geek.
Did you happen to see that green mod that Vaping Biker put up a couple days ago?
Yeah,
oh man,
Steel Vape.
Yeah, that thing. It's out of the UK. I guess it's 75 pounds. Like it's fairly.
Wow.
It's like fairly reasonable.
It's like $90.
Yeah, and it's awesome. It's really awesome looking.
I actually found it on.
I can't remember who's making it, but you found it where?
I found it on Fast Tech for $70. It's Steel Vape is the name of it. Is the name of the company, and then it's the sub-ohm. It's exact same spelling. Yeah. It's got the dragon scale thing. Is that what you're talking about, Giz?
No, I don't think so. Not if it's on Fast Tech.
It's an authentic, but
that new thing, that sub-ohm thing, I don't like that.
Let me see if I can locate it.
It didn't have scales on it, right, Giz? It didn't have a scale pattern on it?
No. This thing had it had some knurling on it.
Okay.
It was like OD green color.
Okay.
The whole thing's just flat green.
So apparently, our chat is fucking visible to everybody when we chat to each other because I'm just broadcasting the screen.
The best thing to do is actually when you're starting to stream is to have that chat out of over.
You pop it out.
Yeah, pop it out.
You know, luckily we didn't say anything offensive, but it could have fucking easily went that direction. So I'm glad that Rose like, hey, shut the fuck up. And then Dawn also said, hey, shut the fuck up. So thank you guys for stopping me from making a fool of myself like I always do.
Luckily I wasn't reading chat.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It wasn't nothing.
Well, also in OBS, if you actually format the room to where it reaches up, kind of goes up a little bit into the black, you could actually not show the screen to where the chat doesn't pop up unless you actually click on it. We'll have to get together and I'll teach you that.
You'll definitely have to teach it to me. Yeah. I'm just so used to Google Hangouts where chat is a secret, you know?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Okay, so we're running out of time here. I like to keep it pretty short and sweet and hard to beat. But any last words from anybody?
No.
Okay, one more thing. Favorite Instagram accounts of the week.
Adore Liquid.
Showing her. She's been doing a lot of cool shit with her IG lately. So I agree with that. That's dope.
Yeah.
I got two.
Go for it.
Clean AF coils.
Clean as fuck coils, yeah.
Clean as fuck, and Vapor-Eye. And Dear Addy. Fucking, I got three.
Dear Addy is on fire too, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, Dear Addy's been, if y'all are interested, you got 30 seconds to kill. Go check out Dear Addy's YouTube channel. Go see what he's doing on YouTube. It's really cool, man. He's got a pretty cool channel. And his videos are only like 30 seconds long. I think the longest one is 30 seconds. So go check them out. They're pretty cool.
I think this week the one that kind of blew me away was the video from Brian on TVC. That was an awesome video made for Instagram about the drop. It was a great, well put together video.
Yeah, that was a cool fucking video. That was actually really cool. You're right.
Now, can you see that?
Yep, I can see it.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a British company. That's That's remember that mod we were talking about? Never mind. We'll talk about it after the show.
Anyway, that was the one I was talking about.
That's dope. It's the Underdog, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, Underdog Mac.
That's cool.
It's Underdog company.
That's
Underdog. So I would shout out for my favorite Instagram pics of the week. I would shout out Maisie Vapes.
He's been following me.
Yep, and wait for it, Yeti Wire.
Yeti needs to be more fucking active on IG, man.
I post daily.
I guess I miss it, man.
Usually several times a day.
I hardly ever get to see shit.
Travis, there's this thing you got to subscribe to him over there.
I am subscribed to him. Thank you very much.
I like the fish pictures from Gizzard Stew.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, me too. That was cool. While I ought to smack you.
While I ought to smack you.
I want to shout out a local person, somebody from the OverDose Vapes group, who's also an amazing coil builder and who's local to where I live. And her name is Drip Dead Gorgeous. And if you want to check out a really cool build with unusual, unique builds, definitely check out Drip Dead Gorgeous on Instagram. Very, very, very nice photographic quality, as well as very, very unique jewelry, almost jewelry inspired builds, because she is a jewelry designer before she started building coils, and has kind of carried some of that over and has some techniques and shit that we would never even think of. And but when I first met her, she was still twisting and making Claptons by hand without a drill, and we're making them immaculately. So now that she has a drill, the Girl's on Fire. I highly recommend you check her out. She's fucking fun to watch. And there's another one. I'm blanking on the name, but I'll find it. I will find it.
I'm liking the new Tenderfoot stands too.
I'm already
Tenderfoot
following
stands is great. Yeah.
Yeah, they had the Joker. Look at that.
Yeah, that's neat.
It was awesome.
You know, I don't really care for the ones with the pictures in them. I like just the rosin and the wood ones are my favorite. But
Another really good builder that I like to follow is Court Jansen.
That Court Jansen's right here.
There you go.
That's good.
Aren't you lucky?
Very.
You're a lucky dog.
I like the Vandy Vape official IG is cool too. Who else? All the girls don't. I'm not gonna fucking say all the girls.
Blake Vapes.
Okay, so what if you guys want to tell everybody where you can be found, that way we can end this show on a high note. Why don't you go ahead and start us off there, Lifa?
All right. You can find me on Life of Vapes everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Twitter.
Come join me.
Snapchat.
Twitter. Not
Snapchat.
Snapchat
Pogo.
you got to pay for. You got to upgrade to pay for Snapchat. So you probably don't want to do
Is that for your nudes?
Yeah.
It's
Life
paid for the
of
nudes? Okay.
Life
I
of
put
Vapes on
I just put
Pinterest.
a mod right here.
Hey, why don't you leave a comment and I will give you a wrench. That way you can put
broke up there. It's probably mine.
if I give you a wrench, that way you can fucking put the links in the chat. So if anybody wants to go and follow you.
Sounds good. Come over, subscribe. I'm getting close to 500 subscribers on YouTube. Putting together a giveaway over there, so trying to get some products in so we can do it proper at 500.
Do a little giveaway, Ski.
Yeah.
I didn't see your comment. Did you comment?
Sorry. I'm kind of slow.
That's all right. Oh, there you go. And I will wrench your ass up.
All
Right
right.
upside the head.
Wrench of
Thanks for letting me come on.
Dude, anytime, honestly,
It's
seriously.
good to see you, Lifa.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's a
so
handsome motherfucker, isn't he?
you are now a moderator, so you are more than welcome to drop all the links that you want to drop, bro.
Sounds good.
And yeah, where the hell are my stickers, Lifa? She needs nipple covers. Row.
Pasties.
She needs some pasties.
There you
I
go.
need an address.
And for Yeti,
I've been in the house already with the green screen.
I will fucking tell. I will just tell everybody where they can find Yeti. That's at www.yetiwire.com for all your fucking artisanal builds, all this shit that you can't build yourself. Yeti can build it better, and so go and cop some of that shit, and for an outrageously good price. And you know,
Yeti Wire.
and you get to support a guy who is honestly one of the best fucking guys that I know. So do that.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I fucking would.
I'd go that far and farther.
Farther.
That's right.
I'd go all the way with you. I mean, something. No, I stick with
I won't
it.
say no.
I stick with it. I'm going to go all the way with you. And Nikki B, why don't you tell them where they can find you?
Well, I'm Vaping with Nikki B. You can find me on all social media as Vaping with Nikki B and at vapeshack.org, where we throw an after party. We just hang out, we just have fun and just chit chat. And yeah. And if you don't know who I am, you know, I don't know who you are now. I'm everywhere anymore.
If you don't know, now you know. And Gizzard?
I'm Gizzard Stew. You can find me on YouTube as Gizzard Stew. You can find me on Instagram at Gizzard Stew. And I would like to mention that I am going to be having a big giveaway as well for my 1111th subscriber giveaway, which hopefully I'll be dropping a video on that shortly.
Awesome.
So if you haven't subscribed, get over there and subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And I just have a few little quick shout outs. Fedori Liquid, Cobalt Vapes is distributing Disc 1 now for coil vapes. And Vaping Swag is another one. Where's this bottle here? Oh my God, there it is. Get some donuts, yo.
Donuts, yo.
And last but not least, Omegeddon. Got to mention the Omegeddon.
Oh, of course, man.
Yeah.
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo and Ducky. Gotta give some love to those peeps. Yeah. And that's it. Back to you.
The motherfucker makes the best pizza juice on the market, hands down.
Travis, can I say something real quick, or can I? Giz.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I tell them what I'm throwing in on your giveaway?
Yeah.
The one thing. Okay.
Yeah.
To who, I don't know how he's going to do it, but I'm sending some stuff to Giz for his giveaway. And of course, coils naturally. But for those of you that don't know, I've been putting patinas on several mods, mech mods. And the very first patina I ever did, the very first one I ever did, will be going to Giz to give away.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Awesome.
It's going to be however he does it, however he chooses to do it. So, and the thing is with these mods, they're extremely limited. As it is right now, there's only 2 people that have them. There's more coming. So this one's going to whoever wins Giz's giveaway.
And they're drop dead gorgeous.
They're fucking amazing.
You don't want to miss out on an opportunity to grab one of those.
Absolutely. Yeah. They look amazing. They do. They really do.
Thank you, Yeti, by the way. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So everybody keep your eyes on fucking Gizzard's channel. I'm subscribed. Here's something you might not know. On my channel, you can feature other channels, right? And I used to feature all kinds of people, right? But there's they never reciprocated. So I only feature one channel on my channel, and that's Gizzard Stew. So if you don't know how to find Gizzard Stew on YouTube because you're for whatever reason you're challenged, head over to OverDose Vapes and you can just click. It'll be right there. You can click. It'll take you right to his channel.
There you go.
And
or you can put #SporkLife into the internet and you'll find me.
Yes. Yep. Spork Life. Fucking learn it and live it, baby.
Live the Spork Life.
Yep. And so, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. My name's Travis. We're at OverDose Vapes. That's at OverDose Vapes on Instagram, at OverDose Vapes on Twitter. I highly recommend you guys go and follow me on both of those places. I'm very active on Instagram. And by a very active, I mean I upload at least once a week. We also have a...
and you were busting my balls.
We also have a Facebook group that's very active and has a great community. And that is a closed Facebook group. It's OverDose Vapes on Facebook. You have to ask, but one of the moderators will let you in. Yeti is a moderator. Gizzard's a moderator. One of these guys will let you in without a doubt. Maybe.
If you pass muster.
If you pass muster. Absolutely. And make sure you like the fucking video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to be updated from all the latest videos, hit the little bell next to the subscribe button because that's going to make sure that you get all the notifications. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And please keep your coils tight, and we will see you next week.
Hit the bell or go to hell.
Straight up.
Masturbate.
Okay. Now